Hi, Laurel Inman here. In this video, we're going to explore the correlation between rock climbing and coaching. One thing I've found over the years as a coach is that there are many aspects of life that can inform our coaching skills and help us reach a new perspective, but also shed light on a new perspective for our clients or our own lives. One of the most powerful metaphors that I have found is in rock climbing. More specifically, what is called adventure climbing. Adventure climbing is when you have an arrangement of gear or tools, and then you go out into the world, you look for where you want to climb, you say, that's where I want to get to, and you go there. In this video, we're going to be exploring 5 ways that I've found adventure climbing to be very empowering. I think the most eye-opening experience that I had in adventure climbing was when a group of us went out and we were exploring a new area and we saw this beautiful rock formation in the distance, and we thought, yeah, let's go there, let's climb that. And we had kids with us, but we looked at the terrain from where we were at, and it looked doable. It looked like we could walk. It's going to be a ways, but it looked like we could, traverse and make it to the rocks. However, halfway into the walk, we noticed the terrain completely changed. We couldn't see it from where we had parked, but the terrain now was full of brush that had thick stickers, and just it was painful to get through. We had to take off our packs. We had climbing gear, kids, take off the packs, put it in front of us, and push through the brush. It was so thick and painful to walk through. But as we did this, we at some point looked back and said, is it worth going back, or do we keep going for the goal and push through? And we were literally just lifting the kids up and putting them over the brush and handing kids off. We decided to keep pushing on and to go through. So one of the people in our party decided to run ahead to see just how bad, does this let up at all? And so he runs up the hill, runs back down to us and starts laughing and says, "You're never gonna believe this." And we were all sweating and like, what is it? What now? This isn't even funny. And he said, "You gotta see this." So we make our way up to the top of the hill, and at this point we weren't more than maybe 200 feet away from the rocks, but on top of this hill, right next to the rocks, was a parking lot. So you can imagine all that work we felt like was for nothing. So one of the lessons that I took away from that is you don't have to always do things the hard way in adventure climbing. Yes, you want to get to that peak that you see that looks so spectacular, but to take the path of least resistance will help you get there not exhausted, help you use a resource that could get you there to enjoy the rocks and actually have fun climbing them. By the time we got there, only a couple of us climbed, and we were too tired, so we'd only climbed one or two times, and then decided, okay, we have to get back. Well, we're not going to do the way that we came, so then we had to walk all the way around. Long story short, we made it, but lesson learned. And so it is with success, and so it is with life, and so it is with successful business. We don't have to do things the hard way. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We actually we do best when we stand on the shoulders of the people that have come before us to pave the way. Lesson number 2 is know yourself. There is true wisdom in knowing your human limitation. So in adventure climbing, you're gonna be pushing yourself. You're gonna be pushing your limits. You're gonna be challenging your fears. You're gonna be assessing what's possible and what's not. However, the people get hurt are the people that ignore the signals that say, back off. And they check in with their intuition as to, yes, move forward, or let this one go. Lesson number 3. When we become the adventure climber of our life, that means we're looking at a goal and we're saying, yeah, I want to get there. You set your own route in life. You never have to worry if it's the right or wrong way. There are many ways to get to the top of the same mountain. Lesson number 4, invest in good gear. This is the same with life. When you have the tools to get from A to Z, guess what? The trip is not only fun, it's inspiring and so much easier. Our own Master Certified Coach, Karen Capello, she teaches coaches how to master their own business world, and her motto is success with ease and joy. So, having the tools, investing in the right equipment, investing in ourselves, our knowledge, our technique, our own development is actually what helps empower a mission to become completely successful. And our last lesson is how you talk to yourself determines your outcome. So this applies to any sort of climbing, but it also applies to anything that you're facing in life. What I found is if my mental chatter consists of I can't, my muscles feel weak and I don't get as far. But every time I've pushed through and put aside the fear, stayed present in the moment, I was always able to move forward to just that next step, just that next foothold, just the next handhold. And that is so empowering. And this principle carries through into our own personal success story. So I leave you with this. In adventure climbing, just like life, you only have to pack for one season, and that's prepared. Also, keep going. You'd be surprised how far you can actually get. There's no such thing as a wrong turn, but there are turns that are easier and safer. Invest in good gear, you will get 10 times farther. And my favorite, the best adventure begins with a sunrise and a sunset. These are all principles to ponder. Enjoy.